From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, yellow lady. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Easy, opposite. Hey, foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll run it. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sheldon Rankins. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go. 4th down. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mahomes to throw once more. Finding Williams once more. Complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point right down the middle. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On the ground, this is Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And Gen's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
The Chiefs' 33-yard line.
Ready, 5-8. You're good. 5-4, ready. Kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Mike. Yellow lady. 53. Mike. Pick it up.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. This is caught by Ginn. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. try to pound it in. Kamara. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Ready? 5-9.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards on the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. Mahomes now to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Exit. Check it back. Two kill. Wait a second.
On the ground, Kamara. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They run it again with Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's see what you got.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
Yellow. Argo, here we go, D.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Williams. And some room to work. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
To throw is Breeze. Again has it complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Hey, easy.
Breeze to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on.
This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready? 95-56. 10. Eyes on 10. Single, single.